Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Andy Jenkinson, the caravan industry expert. Well, hi, welcome to a video. Take the old specs off. Just a quick video, this really, mainly for the Facebook page, but I'm going to stick it on the YouTube channel. But it was mainly done for the Facebook Caravan Industry Expert Facebook page. I was expecting, well, no, I wasn't expecting these. I think, I put this on about the new book, or two new books. And it's the one I least expected because the publishers never told me it's going to be ready. It's not supposed to be officially launched till 15th of December. That's Caravan in the 1970s. Now, I got this delivery. No, that's not the baby. That's my granddaughter. I'm doing a bit of sort of babysitting in between times. She's pretty good actually. I got this package from DPD. Now, as you can see, this package was open. Now, they came and they rang the doorbell, or ring doorbell, and the guy said, I've got the delivery for you. He never mentioned that it was like this. He never mentioned anything else that he needed signing for damaged. But what he did do, I said to him, look mate, just leave it by the garage, I'll be home in a minute. Oh no, I'll give it to your neighbour. Well, it's a neighbour we don't particularly gel with. He gave it to the neighbour took it in. When I went round to get the package, and they went, oh, it was like already sort of clearing himself, because that's the sort of guy he is. And when I got back, and I just took a book out, just had a quick look, because I was doing something else. And later on that evening, I thought I'll just look at that parcel, and I found actually there was a book missing. So I don't know if it was, I don't know where that book's gone. Anyway, I mean, it's neither here nor there, I suppose, really. But that, I didn't have to open the package was already open. So, Caravan in the 1970s, latest book, 15th of December, which ironically is my sister's birthday. A couple of days after my late dad's. So, this is it. I'm pleased with it. Yeah, relatively pleased with it. Trouble is, when you get a book through, and you've been working on it, and you've done the proofs on it, and you've redone pictures on it, and you've taken pictures out because all of a sudden the publisher or whatever says there's too many pictures, even though they've told you you need 180, and you supply 180, and then they knock it down to 150. And hang on, that's a bit rude. I'm not talking to you, am I? And to get down, knock 30 pictures out means usually, and to obviously rewrite the book in parts, re-edit it through, it can be a real nightmare. So yeah, Caravan in the 1970s, I think there's going to be a lot of people like it. But then again, I'm sort of very into the 70s because that was my sort of period. I grew up, I learned to ride a motorbike, I'd pass my bike test, my car test. You knock around with girls and stuff, and you're having a great time, and the music, it was good at the time. Okay, not all of it was good, but I was a big Bolan fan, and I was actively caravanning with mum and dad, and we met a lot of friends on the way who were caravanners, or just at places where we stopped. We became very close friends, and caravanning really introduced me to one of my best mates, who I became his best man for his wedding, and he was my best man for my wedding, and we've known each other for over 50 years since we were kids. Yeah, so it's caravanning has that draw. I don't know if anybody else has, comment if you've got any comments as to why you like caravanning. Obviously, you like getting away and all that sort of thing, the freedom of it all, but generally how you've met long-term friendships. my parents did, and I've done the same. Caravan has brought me into a lot of people, and a lot of people I meet out of the industry I've got to know very well. I got to know Sam Alper, who's obviously in the book because he had the Sprite Caravan. I'm just going to show you that again. Sorry about this. Because obviously he brought the Caravan to the masses with the Sprite, and of course then at the end of the day he actually brought caravans to the general public, generally with the CI company, which was the biggest globally. Before your Heimers and your Triganos, CI Group was massive. It was a British company, and they supplied virtually, well, I've forgotten how much percentage of the caravan markets, but it was a hell of a percentage. It might have been half the market. Back in the day, they were knocking 30,000 caravans out of their Newmarket factory. Anyway, I won't go into a history lesson now on this, because you want to learn. Let's twiddle you around again. Because you're going to learn about CI caravans, buy the book. Well, actually, I'm saying buy the book. I don't know if it's, if it's available only in a Kindle version. You'd have to get onto Amber Lee Publishing. Speak to a guy there on sales called James. He's a great guy. He helps out a lot of people. A lot of people have come on to me wanting the book. I've sent it to him and they've come back to me and said what a great guy, he's sorted us out. And he really is. Now, this morning I got another email from pen&sword. Now, pen&sword is another publisher I started to work for, and this is the visual history of the touring, not the touring caravan, just a visual history of the caravan, which is obviously touring caravans. It's a picture book with captions. It's something I wanted to do a few years ago. Nobody was really interested, and then this publisher said, yes, we do. Can you do a motorhome one as well, which I'm working on, which is about 2 years overdue. So I'm waiting for that. So when the guy comes, we'll open the parcel up and we'll do that on the next take. Now it's the first time I've had 2 new books come out literally way before they should do, but plus as well from 2 different publishers, plus as well literally within a few days of each other. It's a bit eerie. So I'm just sort of a little bit I hope this is a good omen. So these 2 books that are out will be 16 books published. I'm writing. I've just got commissioned on another one called The Story of the Camper Van. That will be with Amberley Publishing. So the guys who do this, that'll be my 5th book for them. And I start work on that probably after Christmas, although having said that I've already started to do a few bits and pieces. I like getting the pictures together, bits of information together. So that's sort of in the background. My visual history of the motorhome, I'm working on that at the moment. Plus I'm obviously doing my used guide for Practical Caravan, used buys, and also doing some new stuff for Practical as well. I've done a bit of stuff for Practical Motorhome this year, not as much as I'd like to. I've done a couple of motorhome reviews, camper vans. I'd like to do a bit more for them really, because I started work with them in 2001. I think I contributed for the first few issues of that magazine. So what's happening in publishing, and so let's wait for this parcel. Now it's coming by DPD, who brought this, so I'm hoping it's coming in better condition than that was. Now look at this. Say hello. Hello. Now, she's too busy watching the fish tank, and I don't blame her. Grandad's boring her already. Although I actually showed her a motorhome brochure the other day, she actually really sort of liked it. But I think it's all the colours. But I'm not going to start having a baby at the side of me every time on an intro or outro or whatever, or at the end of a video, or I'm not doing dogs and cats and things like that. I just want to be as we are. So yeah, well, let's see if this delivery comes, because the DPD told me. Is it DPD? Is it DPD? I don't know, can't remember. They told me it would be here very shortly. Just having a look on the old computer screen. What time? Oh, I think they're here now. Well, somebody is. Right, let me go. Cheers, mate.
Jenkinson,
Right.
is it? Yeah.
It is, yeah. So I had a parcel the other day from, I don't know if it was from you, DPD, and it was open, and it came.
So
It wasn't sealed, nothing.
no, sometimes they rip in depot.
Do they? Well,
Yeah.
there was a piece missing out of it.
There's a piece. Have you called back to depot?
I've not called back to know. Is that what I need to do?
Yeah, you have to call back to depot. I'm only covering this route for somebody.
Right.
I'm only on this route.
Okay. Yeah, it was the other day. I'm not saying it was you.
Yeah.
It was just the fact. I wonder what you did.
Yeah,
know
you just have to call back to depot or ring the supplier.
Right. Okay.
Okay.
Cheers. Thanks.
No worries, thank
Right.
you.
Come on, Jack. Well, the books have arrived. God. Dog greeted the guy. Whew. Here we go. Alley. That dog's just had a fit. Look at it. Just had a fit on there. And what does he do? He licks the thing. He licks them to death. Right, let's go in the other room. Right, well, the parcel's here, and it's arrived in all one piece. I heard what the guy said he made them. He sometimes open up at the depot, and I didn't know that DPD did that, or any carrier does that actually. But there's definitely a book missing. So whether somebody at DPD got all nostalgic when they opened the book, I don't know, but I prefer if they bought it really and didn't take it. But I'm only assuming that. But there's only DPD that's handling it, and of course my neighbour. Yeah, well, the less said about him the better. But anyway, let's get this opened up. Even Olivia's, look at, even she's interested. What are you doing, Grandad? What are you doing? What am I doing? She's making a noise. So it'll be something boring. Right. This is really well packed. A bit different from the other here, which was not so well packed. Just literally thrown in. Oops, hang on. I'm digressing, as they say. So here we go. These are really well packed. Possibly the best packed books I've ever received. That's sad, isn't it? You start noticing things like that. Right, I always say the bubble wrap because when I send books out to personal friends, it comes in handy. There is there's 6 books that the author gets. It varies from publisher to publisher actually. I've had a dozen before today, and what I tend to do is people that have been very good and supported me, friends, some personal friends will receive a copy of this book signed, whether they like it or not. No, they want. Yeah, just a bit of information there. Yeah, I'll look at after. Yeah, really well packed up. I bet not lose that, otherwise we'll be in trouble. Now this is the first book that I've had in hardback for a good number of years. I'm going to put that knife, better put it somewhere safe. There at the end. So quite happy about the fact I've got a nice hardback book with loose cover. There we go. Yeah, so here we go. looking pretty good. Now I do criticise, shouldn't do really. Now although this Caravan is this book, I think I'm pretty happy with it. What I do find out sometimes, like with Ambly, they tend to they cut down on the images, and yet there's several gaps on the pages in this book that they could have actually stuck an image in. But then again, they probably know better than me. I don't know why, but there's places. I'll try and find one a second actually. Come here, baby, talking to herself. You can tell I'm on babysitting duties today, can't you? It's like here, you know, there's like this gap here, and they could have actually possibly done something with that. Another picture in there. There's a couple like that. That's still a frustrating thing, but you know, I'm happy. So here we have it, the new latest book. When you see, the thing is, and it sounds very strange probably to some people, but I spent a lot of time on this book. It was a different publisher. I've never worked for these people before. They were quite, how can we put it? I dealt with several people in the process, and which I'm not used to doing. I'm used to dealing with more than 2 people on a project, but this involved about 4 or 5 people, and there's one called Janet. She's been very, very helpful, and she was great on this one and on the one I'm doing at the moment. But yeah, so my first book was Veloci Publishing's History of Caravan, and that was sort of done in hardback, and then they went into softback. That was down to cut costs down, I think, on a reprint. But yeah, I'm thinking that's not too bad at all. I'm quite happy about that. I like the quality of the book. Yes, it's 25 quid. It was originally going to be £20, I think, when it came out, but it's now £25. But if you go onto Pen and Sword, you can, at the moment, I think you can get it for a couple of quid off. So I'd do that. But yeah, so there you go. That's how they come. So if you ever do a book, this is what usually happens: is that you get your author's copies, and it's always a bit of a buzz to find out that you've actually got 2 new books out at the same time. Although I'd rather than spread them out, it keeps, you know, things sort of more interesting during the year. But hopefully there'll be another 2 like this in 12 months' time, and all being well. So there you go, a visual history of caravans. Due out 30th November, date today 15th. Caravan in the 1970s, due out 15th of December, 15th of November. So it's out really, really quick. I've never had books come out as quick as that, to be quite honest. And I don't know the reason why. I was told, actually, anything, that, let's swing you about a minute, sorry, I was told that anything, the books would actually be late, or could be late. So I don't know what's happening. Just quickly, and I'll cut this video because I don't want to bore you all to death. Anyway, I'll wrap this video. Please subscribe, please like, please give us your comments, not the squeals. Sorry about the background noise, fish burbling, and also baby squalling. But yeah, until the next video, that's it. So, visual history of caravans in the 1970s. There we go. All should now be available. It should all be in stock. Brilliant. Thanks for watching the video. Hope you like them. Please don't forget to press the thumbs up and also subscribe to the channel. Bye for now.